Okay, so we are live with the Dream Dynasty team call. And yes, I did make a proposition last week while we were in Mexico about changing our team name, and you guys all hated it. Okay. Because so I think what we'll do, instead of taking time right now, we wanted to share with you guys why we had picked that. It actually happened over a couple of in-depth conversations about some stories that really hit our hearts and hit, it wasn't really the term YOLO, it was actually like a very meaningful, has a very meaningful idea behind it. And so I think what we'll do is maybe we can share our input on that, Heather and Shauna, on a later date or whatever, and then we can decide as a team going forward. But I'm totally open to rebranding because we have this epic transition that's going on, and I'm so proud of you guys for everything that's happening coming up off the Success Club trip. The energy there is unreal, and the best part, guys, is it is completely attainable to all of us. So please do not underestimate yourself in this business that you cannot get on that trip, okay? 3 people a month, that's all it takes. And I will even go as far as to say that you could decide in August to just make Success Club 10 the rest of the year like Shauna did and get on the trip, because that's what happened to her. She came back from Summit. She jumped right in and decided balls to the wall with everything, and she wasn't giving up, and she went right into inviting, she went right into staying consistent, and she got that email to end up in Mexico with all of us. So there's my 2 cents on that. News coming up, pretty much nothing that out of the ordinary. Nothing. I mean, we have April's Success Club prize. Anybody that's new to the team, you do get a prize if you help 3 people or more a month. It is a shirt or a tank this month. Sweat is the secret sauce is what it says. It's a tank. And so when May arrives, watch your inbox, because what they'll do is they'll send you an email, and you'll have to just send what size that you want. But if you don't respond to that email, then you don't get the tank. So just watch your email when you make Success Club. So lots of questions that I've had today about inviting. And so I did post a second video under, I think it was Heidi's comment in our team page, by Kate Morgan. And I think I've stumbled across her, and I really like the way that she verbalizes her process. And it's a really good reminder that in this business, unfortunately, we can't sit back and just post all day and think that tons of people are going to come to us, right? We have to go out there. We have to be bold. We have to be brave in this business, and we have to connect with people and invite them to our groups, okay? So watch those videos, and if you have any questions about it, that's the scary part in this business. That's the hard part in this business. But I don't want you to miss out on opportunities just because you feel like you don't have anybody coming to you, right? It takes time for people to know, like, and trust you. And that's why I posted also the conversation I just had with somebody that signed up tonight, that I talked to her back in October, and she said no. And she actually had more excuses than what I posted in that video or in that screenshot, but I just wanted to capture it quick that, when I say you're planting seeds right now, when you're inviting people and they say no right now, be excited about those no's. It's hard in the beginning to get excited about those no's, but those no's are going to come back 6 months from now. And that was hard proof that will happen. You just have to stay consistent, and you just have to believe in yourself that it's going to happen. Okay, guys? So I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to touch on that because I had a couple good conversations about that. Shauna, here's your cat. He's sneaking in on the call. So tonight we have Carey Brubacher, okay? And so she just joined our team a month ago. And this girl, if you've been in the VIP group and if you've been in our challenge group, you will know that she has been killing it on her journey for over a year now. And she actually signed up as a coach a year ago. And the memory actually just popped up in my Facebook page a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to be straight up honest. I think at that point in her journey, when she joined, she knew she wasn't ready for this. And so immediately she messaged me 3 days after joining, and she quit. I was like, but you would be so good at this, but it just wasn't her timing yet. And so now she's jumped in, and she has been she's on fire. I think she's at like Success Club 12 now this month. And so she's going to share with us about her story. She's going to share with us what changed, and she's going to share with us a little bit about getting to Success Club 12 this month. Okay. So Carey, I'm going to mute myself, and it is all yours.
Can you hear me? Okay. So a year ago, I signed up as a coach. 3 days later, I gave up because of personal family reasons. Fast forward to a month ago, I decided that those family reasons were not going to control my life anymore. I still put blocks up. I've slowly started bringing them back down, but I started on Instagram, and then I kind of, with my comfort level, went to a Facebook like page. I still have hindrances with it because there's some family issues that I have to protect my kid with. So, yeah. And then because I've been doing this for over 18 months, that there's a lot of people that I talk to, and I like brag about this program, that my Success Club actually wasn't so hard this month. It's just me talking about what I love and what I do. Sitting in a hospital emergency room, I had time to sit there and invite people and talk about everything. And I ended up, I think, with 4 people sitting in an ER room over a week. So yeah, I had, I think, 2 or 3 that came to me this past week to put me over the 10 mark. I did not go to them. It was all word of mouth, and they came to me about it all. What else do you want to know?
I love your honesty. And I think that the part too that is key is that like you jumped in with the posting too, and you were just consistent straight from the beginning, right? Like there was no, I'm going to do this, maybe I'm not. I'm going to do this, maybe I'm not, right? Every day I see your posts, morning, afternoon, night, you're showing up. And so people trust that then, right? They see you showing up for yourself first, and they know that they can buy something from you. And they can trust you, right? You're not going to just take your money and run. Good stuff. Does anybody have any questions for Carey at all? Did anybody? I'm checking everyone. No questions at all? You guys don't want to pick her brain?
Can I just mention something? Mm-hmm. Ashley and I did a free group. We had, what did we have, Ashley? 35 people, something like that. And I only got 2 people out of that 35. Mm-hmm. Mine were, I think I had 24 of them in there. I got 2 people, but it's like you said, planting seeds. I still connect with them. I connect on a friendship level. I check in with everybody, and you know what? Friendships develop, and then they come to you because they trust you with it. So I know those people I'm going to talk to in the fall.
100%. It's purely based on relationships, right? And sharing those, like you can look at other coaches and you can, you know, think like, oh, what would Michelle post, or what would Melanie Mitro, the top coach, post, right? But in reality, people aren't going to relate to your story in that, right? So in the moment, share your struggles, share your victories, share everything that's exciting for you in this business, and let them know that they can do it too, and that they can do it with you, right? Is kind of the key piece as well. Any questions? I think it's also important to note too that everybody on this team, I would say, like raise your hand if you struggle with belief in yourself sometimes, right? And struggle with, and struggle with, you know, those little, like Carey mentioned, those little thoughts that creep in, like, you know, because in the same boat, I have things that I protect Jax from. And so like those thoughts creep in, and I second guess doing something sometimes. But like, I'll share with you guys a quick little story. On Sunday, I was sitting in church, and they were sharing all about, talking all about like social media and the world and all that sort of stuff. And I was thinking about my message and what I really want to represent as a person and put out to the universe and that sort of stuff. And I found myself in a moment of weakness and thinking like, oh gosh, you know, like what is my message? And have I been really myself lately? And that sort of stuff. And like, I kid you not, Chris took Jax to the bathroom, and then this girl came up to me and she was like, "Are you Michelle Pleiter?" And I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "I just love your posts on social media." And I was like, wow, universe, I got the message. Like, but it's weird situation. Like everybody second guesses themselves. Like raise your hand. You second guess yourself in this business sometimes? Right. But just remember, there's people out there that are just like you, that need your help. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that this business has made me a better person. Oh gosh, the old me, like if you knew me 2-3 years ago, like completely different person. Chris would be able to vouch for that. And I'm pretty sure anybody that's been in this business, Shauna would be able to say the same thing. Heather would be able to say the same thing. Heather had actually, I'm looking at everybody's, Heather's still on this call. Where is she? She's probably hiding somewhere. Heather had like this huge moment on the Success Club trip. And there she is. Heather, do you want to touch on that a little bit before we get off the call tonight?
What moment are you referring to?
You're just listening to me blab. I'm just talking about how on the Success Club trip, you had like a big kind of breakthrough moment.
Yeah, I'm talking about which one.
Oh, true story. I would say like anything personal, like you had like a huge.
Okay, one was a fitness journey one that Michelle and I have in common. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you, maybe a couple of you know, I broke my foot last year doing something really stupid. I went to a trampoline park and busted my foot. So in January of last year, January 3rd, I started my year in a cast. And that meant that I couldn't go to work. I was on bed rest. Like I had my foot elevated for, well, I don't know, what was that, 3 weeks before I could walk on it. And then I finally got the air cast. And then I was able to move again. And I had to go through a lot of physio, and it shattered my confidence a lot. So last year, I spent a lot of the year trying to rebuild my confidence and rebuild my comfort level with doing anything athletic like. And Michelle and I went to Summit together last year, and there's a lot of the moves. We were sitting there during Shift Shop was about to come out, and Chris Downing was doing a workout with us live, and we're trying to do some of the moves, and I was struggling so hard because I just don't have the strength in my foot that I probably never will fully again. And I just don't. And I was shaking, and my fitness level wasn't where it used to be. My foot was hurting, and I was struggling, and Michelle jumped in and helped me. And then when we were at wasn't it Joel's? Yeah, it was Joel's workout on the last day. We were doing jump squats, which was almost very similar to what I was struggling with last time, besides the bear crawls. And literally we were doing it together, and we were tag teaming. And I remember us struggling with it. And I was like, okay, this right now is exactly what it's about. It's about improving constantly. And it's about just being real and honest. And I honestly almost started to cry. So that was like a fitness one. But the other part, guys, was when I first got there. First of all, I looked up this resort. And I mean, it's pretty exciting anytime anyone says it's a free trip. But I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this place is like the Sandals. And I got there, and on the first day sitting on the lounger, it was like, holy shit, I won this for free. And then when I looked up the cost it cost to stay at the Hard Rock for a week, I was like, holy crap. It was like a moment of just like, I remember just sitting on there and just honestly like watching everyone around me and thinking like, there is only this X amount of people who got invited to this. So this is amazing. And it's just from helping other people. So I don't know, there's so many. And then I had a moment where I met Chris Downing. So that was exciting too. When I was adjusting myself out of the washroom, and there he was. So that was pretty exciting too, because obviously Chris's program was the first one I did full tilt after I broke my foot. And that was a pretty awesome moment for me to meet him, because he is so my type of people. plus he's hot. So that was really awesome. But yeah, like honestly, I could sit here and talk to you for like 2 hours about Success Club trip. It was one of the most amazing experiences probably ever. And just like honestly, Summit last year too was a game changer for me. And no one's going to, if you haven't bought a ticket yet, like what are you waiting for? Go for it. Especially this year, it's going to be so much cheaper than even going to New Orleans. Like, and it's just, you get so much out of it. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm blabbing. Just cut me off the end.
I love hearing from you though, because you had some crazy moments, and so did Shauna. And maybe Shauna will hear from you next week on yours, so that we don't have to cut you off or anything like that. But yeah, the moments were like unreal. And for me personally, sitting back and like I started this business and I didn't really have a vision of where it was going or what it was going to become. I just knew I wanted to start and help people. And so I've been on the trips myself, and I had one other team member go one time, but she had actually bought her way into the trip, and you used to be able to do that. But now they do it all based on how many people you've helped. And so it's all legitimately earned. And so to sit back and watch people on our team that have actually earned this trip was like a full circle moment to see that happen and to see them experience it for first time. And so I can't wait. I'm going to get all emotional on you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to experience Summit this year. And it's going to be so much fun. If you guys have questions about Summit, hit us up on the team page. We'll answer them for you. And then I can't wait for all of you guys to experience next year's Success Club cruise, because it's just so amazing. Okay, I'm going to stop blabbering about all of that. I'm going to end the call with our May challenge group. So it is going to start with prep week, the second week of May. This is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to put a little Google document in our team page under the files section, and I'm just going to put all of the challenge group start dates in there so that you can go in there and reference it anytime, and then we don't have to like scramble and be like, oh my God, what's the next group date, so that I can advertise it. So I'll just put them all in there. But yeah, prep week will start the second week of May with workouts starting the week after that. If you're new to the team calls, you probably know by now maybe that we run all of our groups together. So it's a 30-day group, whether you sell one challenge pack or you sell 7, everybody gets to jump in on this group, and then they graduate into the VIP group. Okay, so there were 2 people that posted in our last challenge group their transformations. So we'll go ahead and get them some prizes too. I forget who they were, but I'll double check on that one. So I loved the Drop It Like It's Hot challenge group name. I think Carey came up with that one. Are you guys cool with that one? I like that. We could do it. Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, I like it. It's different, right? Something completely different than what's been put out there. So again, as we get closer to it, I'll open the group up so it's opened and ready to go, but no pressure. We can just add people in going forward. And then as you add people in, we'll just make a note and you can help with the posts. So we'll just do it the same way. I'll copy the posts and then you just sign up for one. And so, yeah, feel free to alter the posts at any point. If you're like, we need something different, you can change it up a little bit. Completely up to you guys. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything before we wrap up tonight?
I'm just wondering about Summit. Have hotel rooms been booked yet? Do we have a price for that?
So I got my taxes done today. If you've watched Instagram, that's my 2 businesses, and my brother-in-law needs to do them tomorrow. So huge deadline. So I will be looking at hotel rooms. I've already looked into them. They're available. So I'll book one tomorrow. And then if I can't book more than one, then I'll come to the team page and I'll look for someone else to kind of throw their name.
What are the exact dates that we're going?
I'm going to be going Wednesday to Sunday.
Which is?
Good question.
Sorry.
Wednesday.
I think it's the 18th, isn't it? The Wednesday?
The 20th.
Okay, it's 20th, yeah.
20th to the 24th, I'll be going.
Okay.
So yeah, everything starts, opening ceremonies is the Thursday night. Everything happens Friday, Saturday night's closing ceremonies. And then Sunday, I'm good with whatever. I could stay an extra night or I could head back. I know some people have the last week of school and stuff like that. So, we're only 7.5 hours away. So I'm planning on driving. And so we can, I mean, sleep in a little bit and then hit the road. And it's not like it's crazy far. It's going to be super cheap.
Is everyone on this call going?
Raise your hand if you're going.
Non-negotiable.
We have
It'll be so fun.
I know.
Dude, I've already taken my 2 paid days. Like it's gonna come out of pocket. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
We have 14 going so far. We're up to 14. I know. It's gonna be great. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, I think you can still get the early bird ticket. They still have it on sale right now, I think, until the end of the month. So yeah, well, thank you so much for hopping on, guys. I will upload the recording right now so that everyone else can watch it. And then again, if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message, okay? All right, we'll chat to you guys later. Bye.